This is a warning you may want to get out now before it's too late. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It is very important to stay close to the channel in these very, very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. It's always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. I got to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, this is the million-dollar question. Should I get out now before it's too late? Listen, friends, like we've always talked about, we've always had throughout history booms and busts in the real estate market. We just went through another massive boom, and we're headed for what appears to be a pretty good size bust, my friends. Listen, I remember I've talked to so many people in real estate myself. I bought at the right time, I bought at the wrong time. It's just the way it is. You're never going to time it perfectly. So the realities are we've all heard stories or have friends that got lucky and bought the last crash, and at the bottom we've all heard stories of people that bought in the height of the last bubble and suffered the effects. Those stories are all over the place, right? We understand that. Early on at this channel, and again, thank you to everybody who continues to support this work. I'm doing my best to continue to heat map and temperature check and just be a level-headed realist from a guy that's been around for a while and works in a very euphoric, red-hot Southern California market full of wealth and the real estate Kool-Aid being drank at super high levels. But listen, friends, as a student of this industry, as somebody who works in the industry, somebody who owns real estate too, and like I've always said, I'll take a hit. I will take a hit like everybody else. Now, every real estate deal is different. I'll share a little bit about my personal real estate holdings and why I'm holding right now. And let's just go ahead and tell you right now, I'm holding right now because I don't owe anything. I managed to pay off this real estate. There's no loan. I have no car loans, zero car loans, zero auto debt. All my real estate's bought and paid for, and rental property, income earning rental property, right? So, and believe me, me and my partner, we talked about, hey, should we sell right now? Maybe we should sell in this euphoria. Every deal is different. And the realities are, I'm going to show you an email today that I got from one of my great subscribers a great subscriber who continues to thank me. I've had people mad at me telling me, I got on the sidelines because of you, and now prices are so high I can't afford it. I'm like, hey, listen, I can't make up your mind for you. All you can do is digest this information and make the best decision you can. Now, the reality is, like the email I'm going to show you today, some people got out of this bubble at the height. For all time never seen before. They're like stoked right now. If you sold, and I know many of you watching sold your house at the height of this euphoria, you got lucky though, right? It wasn't skill, it was luck. It was you followed your gut feeling. You're like, I'm going to sell now at the height. Now we have people chasing the market, stuck on the market, and you're going to take a hit. You might not necessarily take a hit, but those over asking price days are long gone. You understand that. Acceptance will always be the answer to all our problems. You've probably accepted that. I'm working with plenty of clients right now. We're on the market, and we're not going to get them any over asking price offers. It's just the reality. Unless you come on the market at fractions of what the property's actually worth, maybe then you get an over asking price. But if you come on at market value, you're just going to get offers right now, if any at all. And people are pretty worried right now. Why, you ask? I'm about to tell you. Mainstream media is running with this narrative, and it's getting spread to the masses. The reverse FOMO has now kicked in. Like I always talk about, this will come down to the psychology of people, the psychology of sales. As a trained salesman, I've seen this before. I know how people operate. It's very much a mental game out there, right? So the realities are, friends, I want to talk to you a little bit today about how worried should we really be, first of all. That's insane. I don't want anybody to be consumed by worry or fear, because fear is paralyzing. That's why I always say acknowledge the elephant in the room. The first step of getting past a problem, just admit there's a problem. We had a pretty big problem with a global lockdown. Now we see global blowback. This is a biggie. Let's just cut to the chase. This is a big one. The real estate market always had booms and busts. We just went through a really big boom, so the percentage of likelihood a bust is around the corner is now pretty darn high. That's just the realities of it. So I'm going to roll this email so you can just see what some of you guys are saying to me to drive our point home. Then we're going to meet back here and try to answer some questions and wrap this one up. Let's get started.
Scott, your insights really saved Elizabeth and I. You help people every day. With your guidance, we sold at the top. Let me just tell you folks, as a content creator and a real estate professional, these are the type of emails that of course make me feel really, really good. He goes on to ask, Biden is letting all 60,000 immigrants waiting in Juarez in. What do you think this will do to home prices? Well, I don't know. I mean, I think we have pretty big issues going on, but of course, I don't think this helps, but this is another video for sure. Let's keep reading. I don't know how or when, but Elizabeth and I will always try to help you. And the funny thing is, folks, is they sent me a gift card and I took my kids out to dinner with it. They are awesome people. I love you guys so much. And this is what I wrote back. No problem, Jeff. It was my absolute pleasure to help you at any level, and you owe me absolutely nothing. Your email is more than you know.
All right, welcome back. And Jeff, you are so welcome. I'm so happy that you and Elizabeth are sleeping good at night. Many Americans are not sleeping good at night right now. It's just the reality. So listen, I suffered the effects of the '08 bubble. I bought a falling knife. I bought a house that already went through multiple price reductions, and it had more coming, and I didn't see it coming. Then the recession kicked in, and I started supplementing my cost of living with savings, trying to weather the storm. That's what people are headed for right now. Every real estate need is different. I always have to take, when I've worked with many of the subscribers that have contacted me for help buying or selling real estate, wanting agent representation, top level representation. I've provided that. I always like to talk to people first and understand the exact dynamic of what's going on. How much do we owe? What's our payment? What's motivating this right now? Are you insulated? At what level? That's just the reality. Because in order for an agent, in my opinion, an agent to really help a client, they have to be part therapist, part salesperson. They can't just be an all salesperson, get it done, get it sold at any cost. It's just the reality. Now, if you want longevity in this industry, that is the way you're going to have to operate. You're going to have to put your clients' needs before your own. Be willing to earn their business later. I learned from a very high level guy. I almost quit the business because he rode me so very hard. But one thing I learned, he has lasted a very long time. And while he very much money motivated and wanted to get the sale, he understood he couldn't force the sale. It was either there or it wasn't. If it wasn't, he didn't ruin a relationship by going sour on somebody because they weren't ready to buy or sell real estate. He stuck it out, and people go back to him and back to him. He gets a lot of repeat business. Happy customers are repeat customers. If you do your customers a disservice, they're not going to reuse you. That's the realities of this business, my friends. So, in final thoughts, what I really wanted to do is come to you today as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life, understanding the biggest artificially created bubble ever manufactured out of thin air is having its blowback. We didn't time the top for anybody that wanted to sell. That's okay. If you're insulated well enough and your property is bought at a certain time, maybe you're okay. Chances are you will be. In my opinion, the most exposed group of people that should be concerned right now are the people that bought during this 2-year crisis of the height of the FOMO and went above and beyond appraised values with minimum amounts down, where their payment is bigger than the property's rent range. Because as a recession takes hold, jobs start to go away. As inflation robs your savings account, your cost of living starts to get squashed. You start supplementing your cost of living with savings until eventually you're running on fumes. You are no longer a homeowner. Your home owns you, and that is never a fun place to be. Take it from me, I've walked in those shoes. That's why I'm here today, doing my best to continue to ring the bell and sound the alarm. In my humble opinion, what I would suggest for anybody, if you have equity in the house and the payment is smaller than its rent range, you're probably among the safer people in the nation. If your property is got a bigger payment than its rent range and you're starting to run on fumes, I mean, it's almost to the point where you need to start considering getting an agent, getting on the market, getting offers, and taking them to the bank to say, this is what my house is worth. I have a hardship. Would you like to accept this offer and let me out of this loan? Eventually, they're going to be forced to. It might be too early for them to accept short sales at this time, but believe me, they are coming. If you appreciate the content, I do want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on. I think you might, including Dan over at iAllegedly, Economic Ninja, Travis at the Real Estate Mindset, Market Mania, just to name a few. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate here in America and you need professional agent representation, I have a network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you, and it would be our honor and our privilege to do so. If you're watching from your television set today and you love this video, I know you're going to love the next one. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.